오늘 저녁은 시푸드 하고요. 또 라이스하고 치킨, 라비올리하고 시푸드 이렇게 준비했습니다. 굿조! 건판발! 야, 국회가 보이죠? 아르헨티나 국회인데요. 꽃들, 가든. 우리나라도 좀 이렇게 해가지고, 우리나라도 국회 다 갈 수 있습니다만 일반인도 좀 아름답게 이렇게 좀 꾸몄으면 좋겠는데, 여기서 투어를 오후에 한다 해서 한번 와봤습니다. 와, 가까이에서 본 국회 모습이고요. 원래 월요일 날인가만 제외하고 화요일부터 금요일까지는 1시에 또 국회를 개방해 준다고 알고 있거든요. 국회는 그래도 이렇게 좀 멋있는 게 좋은 것 같아요. 민주주의의 산실이잖아요. 그동안 얼마나 아르헨티나의 민주주의가 군부 정권이나 과거에 그런 걸로 참 어지러웠잖아요. 근데 지금은 민주주의가 조금씩 진행되고 있잖아요. 물론 경제적으로 굉장히 어렵습니다만.
It's the style of his architecture, which has this eclectic Greco-Roman style of architecture of Congress. The representatives that we call diputados, there are 257 of them, and every one of them represents approximately 160,000 Argentinians. The senators, there are 72 of them, 3 per province, regardless of how many people live there, and they get elected for a longer period of 6 years. So the Senate is a little bit more conservative. I would like to show you my favorite work of art in the city. Do you happen to recognize this statue?
Yes.
It is The Thinker by Rodin. Actually, this is one of the 3 originals that was casted during Rodin's life. Not just during Rodin's life, but also under his supervision. The other 2 are in museums almost exclusively dedicated to the author, one in Paris and one in Philadelphia. And this one sits almost forgotten. And as I told you before, everything in this building makes a reference to the Divine Comedy. The amount of symbolism is completely overwhelming. The building is 100 meters tall, the same amount of chants as in the Divine Comedy. And you know, this book is written in poetry, and poetry has a certain mathematical proportion to it. Well, Palanti, the architect, tried to use this proportion as far as he could for the whole building. Every room, every vault in this building has a mathematical or proportional reference to the Divine Avenue as an Independence Day, 9th of July of 1816. If you ask people in Buenos Aires, everybody will share the same misconception. Everybody in our city believes this is the widest avenue in the world. There's no way of knowing this, yes, and I know for sure that in the capital city of Brazil, in Brasilia, there is an even wider one. But they actually call that one an urban of that building. Do you know who she was?
Eva Perón.
Okay, so that was Eva Perón.
Eva Perón,
Yes.
wife.
For the ones who do not quite place her, approximately 25 years ago, there was a very popular movie with Madonna and Antonio Banderas in it.
Evita.
Yes? Called Evita. Very famous obelisk. Have you seen it before?
Yeah, Loma,
We're very proud
Istanbul.
of it.
Yeah, this year.
Is often made fun of by the rest of the people in our country because they will say we have a phallic symbol in the middle of our city. Well, maybe that's true because, you know, in 2005, an anti-AIDS campaign put on a giant condom over. Good. So this behind me is Café Tortoni. It's the oldest standing cafe in Buenos Aires. It was founded by a French immigrant in 1858 and named after a famous cafe of Paris. It has changed little through the years. It's beautiful inside. So if you happen to come by and there's no queue, like now, I will advise you to go inside for a coffee or a tea. Also very customary here, chocolate with churros. Churro is a fried Spanish pastry, often in Buenos Aires filled with dulce de leche. For that is okay.
I would not advise you to come here for anything else, as the quality is not what it used to, not even for the coffee, yes, and it's super expensive. But to
Enjoy the place perfectly. Sometimes I get into trouble here. Also, this place, they have a tango show, yes? It's quite intimate and small. It's the cheapest tango show I could find in the city. At least 2 months ago, it was approximately 6,000 pesos. My next talk is about inflation, so I don't know. either started or has some repercussion in Plaza de Mayo. But what I would like to discuss with you this afternoon is about this symbol on the floor. Have you seen it before? Guys, at the back, can you please come a little close so you can see it? Do you recognize this symbol? Have you seen it before? The white headscarf.
Yeah,
Yes?
scarf. It's a scarf.
Okay? This is a symbol of the mothers of Plaza de Mayo. Have you heard about these women? They were the ones fighting against our last dictatorship. Have you heard about them? I will explain. I'll explain the origin. Well, you see, this happened in the 70s. Most of the people that were kidnapped and killed by the dictatorship by this time, they were in their 20s and 30s. So 20 and 30 years before the 70s, there were no disposable diapers. People just use a piece of fabric and wash again and again. Yes? So these mothers went into their children's old stuff and found their old diapers, and they used them as headscarves. Yes? This is the symbol that you see. And that is where Madonna did the Don't Cry For Me Argentina speech,
I know.
which Evita never said. She never said anything like that. Yes? That is a theatralization of the speech in which she was relinquishing her candidacy for vice president. Yes? She knew she was already very sick. She was not going to make it to the elections. Right?
친구들하고 저녁 먹으러 왔습니다. 미국 친구들, 유럽 친구들하고 같이 호텔에서 저녁 좀 먹으러 왔어요. 시푸드하고 비프 같은 거, 미트 좀 시켜가지고 와인은 화이트 와인, 샤르도네, my friend, my roommate, and then Malben. 2개 시켰습니다. My YouTube. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. 오늘 저녁은 시푸드하고요. 또 라이스하고 치킨, 또 라비올리하고 시푸드 이렇게 준비했습니다.
Good job! Fun, fun, fun!